Good day and welcome to the podcast. The podcast does not have a name as of yet. It does not. It does not. I won't lie about that. But thank you so much for commenting, liking, and subscribing. If you are not a member as yet, if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe because I know that you'll be able to take something out of this podcast that will inspire you, and you can in turn inspire someone else. So let's get straight into it. I want to start this podcast on a light note. Get to know me as your host, Dalton. Dalton April. April month, right? I am at the moment 28 years old, born in 1995, and my birth, I'm a Cancer. I'm a July baby. Winter. And I don't like winter. I won't say I don't like it per se, but I don't like the cold. I like summer weather, warm weather. And and I would like to keep this informal as I don't have any guests at the moment. I'm actually just setting things up, crossing my T's, dotting my I's before I introduce anyone because it's about setting yourself up so that things can be smooth. My workflow can be tight. Everyone that comes on, they come in, we do the talk, we do the conversation, and it's smooth. I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, I don't know what's going on. I feel a bit flustered. I want the conversation to be smooth. Smooth conversation. That's also one of the things I would like the podcast to be. Why am I starting a podcast in 2023? And I asked myself, bro, you wanted to do this for the longest of times, and this is your opportunity now. This is your opportunity to take this is your opportunity to do it. You have confidence in yourself. People have confidence in you to do this. Put your pride in your pocket. Take courage and just do it. God is on your side. This is my story. I started off in 2016, 2017, where I started the Green Drive. The Green Drive was my initial attempt at starting a podcast. It was purely based on WhatsApp with friends, and I just spoke to my friends. It was called the Green Drive because it was in the car, which was a green Polo at the time, around light 9 in 3, 1.6. It was called the Green Drive, and I decided to do that right after my friend got married. He got married, and oh man, this is a big step he did. Maybe I can start something myself. And I started this podcast thinking that I would just want to motivate people or motivate my friends for the day, for the morning, because I'm going through something. Maybe they are going through something as well, and in turn, we both learn from each other. I feel we all go through similar things in our lives, whether it's like money, financials, or fashion. Oh, I don't have enough clothes, or maybe problems with your family or friends, stuff like that. That's what I wanted to do. Start the podcast, get a lot of people on WhatsApp, and then just share it with them. And I did that for more than a year. More than a year, I did the Green Drive, and sorry, let me just check if everything is still going. I did the Green Drive for more than a year. Send it to people every day, except Saturday and Sunday, because that's the days I didn't normally work. And it was going good, and I felt just like it's not going anywhere though. It's good. I was consistent with it, but nothing was really changing. I was just babbling on, and again, that's something with me where I don't like such prepared stuff. I'm very flexible. I'm very, how can I call it, spontaneous when it comes to being creative. But I heard a quote recently that creativity thrives on constraints. If I have a certain amount of time and a certain amount of leeway when it comes to thinking outside the box, that will make my content better. That's why I have a few notes here, a few notes that I wrote down just to guide me, just to keep me on the path that I want to be on. I did it on my phone, I did it in my notes app on my phone. And another thing is, this is the next thing, a story about my run. This morning I went for, no, this afternoon I went for a run, and the weirdest thing happened. A bird, small grey brown birds that you see, it's very common, it's a small bird. This bird just decided to walk across my path as I was running. But I didn't touch it, no harm was done to the bird. But it was weird to me, and I kept on running, and I thought about it, man. Birds are meant to fly, and a fish is meant to swim. But as humans, what are we meant to do? And I thought about it while I was running. I thought about it, and I'm like, we are meant to fall. Fall. We are meant to fall and get back up. Get back up stronger. And we can. We can do this. We can get up stronger because it's proven. Even myself, I've gone through a journey of becoming more fitter as a person. I've always been an active person, but becoming more fitter, being more focused on my goal, getting stronger, getting leaner, becoming more confident in myself and my self-image. Self-love, that's also something I'm really big on. But I feel that you were made in God's image. I was made in God's image, and His image is perfection. You are perfection. And if you're praying about something, God is really working on that. That's another reason why I just said, listen, Dalton, stop with this nonsense and start this podcast. Even if it's not perfect, it's fine. But you need to start somewhere. Everyone starts somewhere. Failure is part of the process of getting better. You can't say success without failure. Phonetically, yes, you can say it, but success and failure has such a crucial role in the process of you becoming a better person, because you are learning while you are doing the things. And when you learn something for the first time, it's the most difficult because it's your first time. I'm again going off track, but I'll get there. I'll get there. When it comes to the overarching thing, the overarching goal is to do this podcast and do it right. And that's why there's no people around me now. There's no one I'm interviewing at the moment, because I want to get it right. I want to do it right. I want to start this process from the beginning, and you guys are going to follow along. You're going to subscribe. You're going to share this podcast. I know you are, because you're supportive people. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you. You are going to share this podcast. You're going to be inspired, and you're going to do the same. Maybe you're not going to start a podcast. Maybe you're going to start your baking business. Maybe you're going to start a YouTube channel. Maybe you're going to start a sneaker business you always wanted to start. And even like thinking, I'm just looking at sneakers now. Sneaker cleaning has also become a business that's booming. You don't need to own sneakers to clean someone's sneakers. And I believe that the goal is not to be famous, but to do what God intended me to do and serve others through what I've learned, serve others through what He has put on my heart to do. And I'm a Christian, yes, and I am a sinner. I know this because I do a lot wrong. We all do. But it's you being forgiven every single day. For you, I made a mistake now, but it's fine. You are forgiven every single day, but God still loves you, man. He still wants the best for you. Let that be a inspiration or motivation for you to start this journey, whatever your journey is. And I just want to be obedient. I just feel that obedience is something that is frowned upon, or it is put under a bad light, because if you need to be obedient, that directly related to listening and doing. And we don't like to listen. We don't always like to hear what someone has to say and follow that teaching, because I want to do my own thing. I'm my own person. There's this quote that says, genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. That's Thomas Edison. You can be inspired today, but the work actually comes from putting the work in, perspiration, sweating, putting in the heat in the studio. Hey, I'm not saying anything. I'm just letting you know the quote. Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. What do you take from that? Thomas Edison had years and multiple failures when it came to designing or making the light bulb. He was the one who made the light bulb, correct? Just get a fact check there. But failure is part of your process to success. Don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to fail. Let's get comfortable with failing. Thank you so much for listening so far. I'm not even sure how long this video or this podcast was now, but I want to keep a few informal settings like this so that we can get to know each other before I actually bring on a few people that I would really like you guys to hear out, because they're going to blow your minds. Because they're going to blow your minds because they've blown my mind. And wow. I can just say wow, because literally these people started from nothing, or they started somewhere. The business didn't exist. It was like not even something official. And then all of a sudden, they started with this dream of theirs. And they worked and they worked and they worked to a point where they felt confident enough. And I like, even during that time of confidence, you still feel like, is it the right time? Am I making a mistake? They persevered and they followed through. And today they have actual businesses that are is making money, businesses that is like branching out. Don't be afraid to start. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to be the first one. Follow your heart. Trust in God. He will open the path for you. Thank you guys so much. Cheers, man.